Good day, guys. How's it going? I was gonna do today's video on the door glass, but the numbers on door glass are not very good. The last couple of videos that are glass related didn't do good at all. I don't know if it's the subject matter or if maybe it's me. I don't know, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit. As you can see, the truck is covered up again behind me. I've got the fenders all fixed up and ready to go for primer and paint. So it's the last shot of primer, this time for sure. It's last time I thought it was too, but it wasn't. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shoot them in primer and let them set up overnight. Then tomorrow I can sand them for the final time and get some painting on these things. And then that'll be it for the paint for all the parts that I have here anyway. And yeah, then we can, go ahead and buff them and all that stuff and get them on the truck. So, yeah, we'll just do that. So if you do want to see glass install or whatever, let me know. Because if I don't hear anything, I'm just going to do it off camera and move on to other things. No sense making a video if no one's going to watch it, right? So there you go. So anyway, I'll show you what the fenders are all about. It's just a bunch of little stuff. And we'll carry on. Okay, so the last time on the fenders that I thought I was done, there was a whole bunch of tiny little marks and like chips almost, maybe in gel coat or whatever. But anyway, I marked them all and puttied them, sanded them all, and I'm pretty sure I got it damn good now. Everything feels good, looks good when it's wet with water or damp rag. So same thing on both, about 1,475,000 little touch-ups. And yeah, so they're ready to spray now. Maybe I'll show you, I'll shoot one coat and then that's it, and show you how they look after they're done. I know you've seen this before, but I can only show what I'm doing, right? All right, reprime part 4. I can tell already, 100% better. Hey guys, it's next day, and my fenders have been setting up overnight, and they're ready to sand with 400 grit wet paper, and then shoot them in blue. So I'm going to do all the blue parts first, and then I've got a few like 4 pieces of the tan parts for the interior to do. So I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm going to go back to the opening here, just to take a couple of minutes and walk it back a little bit. When I first started doing this project, I said from the very beginning that I was going to cover all of it, and I'm going to stay true to that. Whether it's not as exciting or dramatic as some other bits and pieces of work, it's all part of hot rodding, right? You can. There's a lot of times when it's boring and dull, not glorious and not exciting. I've got hundreds of hours of sanding on this thing, for example, and I think I've probably shown maybe 20 minutes over the whole course of the channel, maybe half an hour. So you got to take the good with the bad, right? The last video, maybe it was just, I don't know, crappy title or a crappy thumbnail, photo or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Views don't mean shit. It's just the information is there, and that's the main thing. So if when you get to doing your vent windows, you may want to go back and take a look at that one. But yeah, I'm going to keep covering everything. So I am going to show all the glass and getting everything in there, and show what it's all about. There's 100 pieces of rubber and seals and all kinds of stuff to go in there, and it's important to see it, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this stuff up, and once it's ready, we'll come back and we'll get the paint gun out and start painting things blue. All right, so there's the fenders. They're done in primer and looking good. I haven't touched it with sandpaper. I'm going to shortly. I also ended up doing the splash aprons as well. There were a couple of minor touch-ups on those, so it's all ready to go. I've already sprayed a guide coat on this one, and then, like I said, I've shown this before, but just a cheapo, well, relatively cheap can of sandable primer, and you just want to dust it on there. Nothing like so. So anyway, I'm going to finish applying that and let it set up a little bit, and then, like I said, sand it with 400 wet paper, and it should come out mint, should be ready to go. All right, I just wanted to show you this real quick. So how do you know when it's ready? Well, it's ready when it's like this. So we'll just wet it. I wanted to show this before. See the reflection of the garage door? I wanted to show this before it got dark, which is in about 20 minutes. So yeah, that's how it's going to look like in paint. So that's how you know it's ready, when everything looks nice and straight and clear. And it just sanded primer, so imagine what that's going to be like with paint on it. So there you go, that's how you know it's ready. All right, so my pieces are done. They're all sanded. They've been washed down with wax and grease remover and rubbed over with a tack cloth. So they're ready to go. My gun is loaded, fans are running, and it's time to shoot this thing. So I'll just set up the camera real quick, and yeah, we'll just get after it. Okay, that's one kind of light coat, and then second coat, gonna lay it on pretty heavy, and then maybe I'll come back for the final coat. All right, so there's 2 coats on there right now. My gun was acting up. The little cap at the top here, the hole that's in there, it was plugged up with crap, so I cleaned it out. Seems to be good now. I've already done the second coat on everything here, so it's just the final coat. It was, because the gun was acting up, it was getting a little stripey looking on the fenders, so I'm going to put on the final coat and hopefully even everything out and make it look good. So Okay, so I'm ready for clear coat. I'm going to show it after it's done. Clear coat kills camera lenses, so yeah, no camera for this. Okay, so there they are, clear coated. Still pretty tacky. I just finished, so but you know, they came out really nice. Yeah, super happy with it. All that extra sanding paid off. So yeah, I've got a few little pieces left to paint, you know, the garnish moldings and stuff like that, but I'm gonna wait till this is good and hard and dry. So tomorrow I'll get those pieces. It's not a big deal. The big hunks of real estate are done, so that's a good thing. And yeah, well, you know, there's a few dust specks here or there, but nothing concerning. There's plenty of material on there for you know, wet sanding and buffing. And one thing about this time of year, well, it's snowing like a bastard right now, but no bugs, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, there we go. Fenders and splash pans or splash aprons are done. Right on. So there we go. Put the jacket on. It's pretty cool in here right now. I can't turn the heat on until you know, that clear coat is dry to the touch. It's a forced air furnace, and it'll just blow dust all over it. So I wait till it's dry, then I crank the heat right up and let her cook. So yeah, so I'm super happy. You know, the truck basically is painted. So you know, I've got a tailgate left to paint, but I don't have a tailgate yet. That's not a big deal, but that's it. So yeah, truck is done. So as far as paint goes, so once that's cured up and dry and everything, I can go ahead and wet sand it and buff it, and get it on the truck. And I'm going to be looking like a complete truck pretty soon. So that's a good thing. And yeah, I guess next, I don't know if I'm going to buff or I'm going to keep going on glass or get on wiring or what. But no doubt there's plenty to do, and whatever I feel like doing is what I'm going to do. That's it. And I'll put it on a video and let you guys check it out. And that's how I'm going to roll. So you know, new subscribers, thank you. Another good bunch last week. And you know, if you like the content, you like what you see, please subscribe and you know, share it with your buddies and chums, and tell them about the channel and help me make it grow. And yeah, other than that, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.